do you have to win a title to be great? Let's start with that, actually. How do you feel about that?
Yes, I think you do.
Whoa.
I think you do.
I don't know.
With some exceptions.
It's tricky.
With some
There's
exceptions,
a lot of great players that didn't win.
That's very true. And
Allen
they have
So you
Iverson.
have to be in the rare air. How about that?
Yes, for sure.
It puts you in rare air.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
it's a
knowing
different
that
kind of
you had success early, back to those 2 years before you win a ring. Like, what were those 2 years like? Those in-between years?
Man, I mean, we got swept by y'all.
I mean, I wasn't going to bring it up.
You know what? She brought the question up.
I said 2020.
Storm in the bubble. But it I don't know. It was just like a different feel because we weren't supposed to make it that far anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So making it there was kind of like, okay, like we could do this. Like this is doable. But then getting swept, it kind of broke me because I was like, whoa, like we couldn't get one game? Like, dang, like one game. And that's when it broke me really, really down. It's crazy. I was actually like crying my eyes out leaving the bubble. I was happy to leave, but I was like very upset at the fact that's like, you're so close and like you're just right there, but you just couldn't get it done. And I felt like those next years coming back into the swing of things, I was like, I never want to feel that way again. Like, what do I have to do to not feel that way? Because I was so used, and I said it, I was so used to the confetti falling on me and I could celebrate and it was this big moment. But when that confetti falls on you and it's not for you, it's like it stings. I'm like, oh my God, this is awful. Like, I want to rip it up. But I think every athlete needs to go through that. I feel like everyone has to go through that in order to be great, to have those lows to where you're like, I don't like this feeling. And so I used those years to really like fuel me to be like, I never want, I don't care if we lose in the I cannot get there and do that again. Mm-hmm. So like, that's when it kind of just fueled me in a way that I'm like, hey, I don't want to feel it. I don't want my teammates to feel it. So how do we get over that hump? And then you just work your ass off.
I mean, but if you think about it, since it took 2 years, 2021, you guys lost, correct me if I'm wrong, like a little bit of a heartbreaker against Phoenix. So it's not like, that motivation just kicks in. Right. So is there something that happened for your team in those 2 years? For you, I hear what you're saying. You're like, motivate.
Yeah.
What about like collectively losing in the finals, losing the next year in the semis, and then ultimately?
Yeah, I think that was... Losing in the semis was one where we were just like, oh no, that one was supposed to be ours. Like you just felt like the script was scripted. It was there. We were supposed to be the ones hoisting that trophy. And I just remember it because that was the year Candace won. And I was like, dang, maybe the script was for her because she went home and she wins it. But like, I think as a collective, like us as the Aces, we were just like, no, that was supposed to be us. Like that is our year. And as a whole, we all came back to the gym. And then obviously we get Becky and then it shifts culture and everything. Mm-hmm. But I think as a whole, going into the locker room, we were like, no, we got to make some changes. Like if we want our culture to be winning, if we want to stand on something, we as a whole, 1 through 12, have to say, this is what we're going to buy into.